Did I really even love myself before, really? Hey Bells, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk all things motherhood, home, and self-care because we need that. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and also press the notification bells as well. So today we're going to be doing a chit chat video. I guess we're going to be talking about my motherhood journey and a struggle that I've been having and how I've been confronting it and becoming better from it. So if that's something that you want to hear more about, keep on watching. We're also going to do a flower arrangement because you know your girl loves some flowers. We have some roses here. The thorns are thorning with some ice cold water, and then we have some roses that we're just going to clean up, and then we're going to talk about motherhood. So if you don't know, I am a stay-at-home mom. These scissors are a little ghetto, okay? I lost my shears, so I'm using my kids' scissors, but we'll just make it work. As a mom, it's like, I think it's natural to like love your kid, and it's very easy to like neglect yourself. And I think in this motherhood journey, I'm learning to love on me more than I've ever done before. And it's like, did I really even love myself before, really? Because I'm still doing the work on pouring into me daily. Here's the thing. I found myself in a cycle where I would constantly let myself get onto feeling completely burnt out or completely overwhelmed. And not because I'm doing a lot, but because I'm not pouring into me enough. So I would get to this place where I would feel not well, just overwhelmed, and I would think a quick break, a day away, girls' night out would be enough to come back and be 100, feel rejuvenated. And that's not the case, because I would come back and I still wouldn't feel 100. I will come back and I wouldn't feel like, okay, time to go back home my kids. I'm like, it was more so like, dang, I gotta go back to the kids. It took me a while to realize that these quick breaks is not enough, and I needed to do more than just that. So what would happen is when I didn't do the things necessary for me, then it would be easily irritable, annoyed, not feeling good. Like I just felt just mopey and just like down and just going through the motions, but not doing things with intention. It was just like, just going through the motions, do the things I have to do, feed the kids, feed the husband, just do all these things for everyone else, and just like not doing enough for me, basically. So I got to a point where I had to sit with myself and reflect on my behaviors, on these patterns, and why did I always find myself in this hole again. Once I realized I had to do more for myself, I then was like, okay, let me create a routine. Let me do things throughout the day to make me feel well, to make me feel good, to pour into myself. I would do them. And then somewhere along the lines, I would stop. I don't know when, and I don't know how. It would just happen. And then I'm like, how did I find myself in this hole again? Because now I'm back to square one, where I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling burnt out because I'm not feeding or pouring into myself. And then I would think to myself, how did I find myself in this hole again? And it's because I am not intentional enough. I wasn't intentional enough or consistent enough, I would say, with my self-care. I didn't think it was that necessary. I didn't understand how important it was. I didn't understand how impactful it was to my day-to-day life, to my quality of life. And it was not until I found myself not doing it, because, you know, self-care, it may seem like sometimes you just don't want to do it. Waking up before the kids is one thing that I would do to help me start my day on a good note. And sometimes I don't want to wake up. Sometimes I want to lay down. And those little things where you just don't feel like doing it, they accumulate, and then you just don't feel like doing anything, and then you find yourself in a hole. So all that to say, it took a couple of cycles of me doing that over and over again to find myself in this hole, to find myself feeling down, to find myself feeling mopey, to understand the importance of self-care. After I sat with myself and I reflected and I was noticing my patterns, I see my problem, I know the solution, and I'm not doing the things necessary to improve. I had to really okay, Kimberly, sometimes you have to talk with yourself and tell yourself to get it together. And understand that sometimes you are the issue. No one else can fix it but you. It was a hard pill to swallow because it's easy to point fingers. It's because you're not doing this, it's because you're not doing that. But the problem is you. So what are we gonna do about it, right? So here we are again, back to square one, creating systems. I was talking to someone about it and she said to me that you can't work on deficiency, you have to work on overflow. So what I got from that was you can't wait until you're completely drained, overwhelmed to be like, okay, let me have a girls' night out, or let me go shopping, or let me do a self-care day and think that when I come back, I will be fine. You are so much in deficiency that when you come back, you're still at zero. You will never be working from an overflow when you wait until you completely dry. Think of a cup. You can't wait until the cup is completely dry. You do my quick breaks and you do that, and now your cup is half full and you still don't feel like 100%, right? So what can we do to work on overflow? And what I realized is that I have to do things daily. And it's you have to work on this every day. And that was my biggest problem. Sometimes I don't want to be intentional every single day on doing these things, but it's necessary. It's necessary and it's needed. The quality of life that I want, I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be mopey. I don't want to live that way. And in order for me to improve my quality of life, this is what I have to do. Sometimes the results are in what you don't want to do. So you just have to do it. So here I am, back at square one, creating systems, creating a routine, doing things intentionally, daily, 3-4 things throughout the day, the smallest things, literally the smallest things to pour into me. And this is the perfect analogy that I thought of that helped me realize the importance of this. Imagine going to a bank and you're withdrawing money, and now you're withdrawing and you're at -100. And then you decide, I'm at -100, I don't, this is too much, I have to do something about it. You waited too long because now you're at -100. And now you go out and you do all the things that you like to do that makes you happy, whatever that is for you. You come back and now your balance is at zero or what, $10, right? And you still don't feel good. Who wants to wake up and work? Why are we waiting until we're all the way at -100? We need to be doing things to deposit daily. If you're depositing daily, imagine you're depositing into your bank daily. You will never be at zero. There's no way you'll be at zero if you're depositing consistently. You will always be working in overflow. You won't be in deficiency. That was the perfect analogy for me to realize that the things that I do daily that sometimes they don't seem important at the moment. Sometimes oh, I don't have to do it right now. It doesn't seem important at the moment, but it adds up. You just have to do the things to make you feel better on the long run, even if it doesn't feel important at the moment. So a few small things that I will do as a stay-at-home mom to help me feel good throughout the day. I promise you, it's not even the biggest of things, but sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. But this is just ways, this is different ways that I have to show myself that to love myself no matter what. So a few things is waking up before my kids, get some tea, get a book, read a couple of pages. And just starting my day like that, it just warms my heart. It just makes me so happy. And now I feel like, okay, I can start my day well. Compared to your kids waking you up, there's no grace period. Can I get 30 seconds? Who wants to wake up and work immediately? I need some time. Right? So just waking up before the kids is great, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wake up with the kids. In that case, you need a backup plan, right? So if I wake up with the kids when they're eating breakfast, because my kids love breakfast. When they're eating breakfast, that's when I try to find some time, like let me do my morning skincare routine, something small that would help me feel good, right? This is a deposit. Another thing that I would do, go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym in the morning, I will find the time to go to the gym during the day. Going to the gym is like the perfect getaway because it's like you're working on your body. So like I like to listen to podcasts when I'm in the gym now. It's just like the perfect getaway. And sometimes I'll listen to music, and if you know me, you know I love to dance. I dance in the gym as well. So whatever it is that you like to do it. Making flower arrangements. I love making flower arrangements. What else do I like to do? Doing my nighttime routine and putting on like cute pajamas. Oh, I love that. That makes me feel so good. All the scrubs that make me feel good. That's a great self-care time for me. That's another deposit. Cleaning, waking up to cleaning the night before and waking up to a clean house, unmatched. Love that feeling. Going to Starbucks. I have a Starbucks across the street. Going to Starbucks, preferably without the kids, but I do go with the kids a lot. But going with them helps me get out the house, get some vitamin D, going for a walk. That instantly uplifts my mood. So whatever it is that you like to do throughout the day, it's important to just continually pour into you so that you don't get to zero, that you don't get to negative 100, that you're not working in deficiency. We want to consistently work on overflow, and again, life be lifing, so it's not always going to be that way, but as long as you're aware and you know how to get back to it, I think that's important. So if you're a mom, a soon-to-be mom, a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, if there's nothing you get from this video, treat self-care as a treatment plan, that you need to do this to just have a better quality of life. I mean, that's the best way that I can put it, because that's what I feel when I'm intentional about pouring into me and loving on myself through and through. I just feel better overall. And if there's one thing, like if you've been loving on yourself, love on yourself a little bit more. In whatever way you feel loved, do that for you. Give yourself grace, be kind with yourself. It's never too late to love on you. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to do more chit chat videos. So if there's a topic that you have in mind that you want to talk about in regards to motherhood, please comment down below. I would love to discuss and we can learn from each other. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and press the notification bells. Bye. Can't forget to show the flowers. This is the finished look of the roses. How cute is it? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.